Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Mr. Fitness, the body transformation specialist. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my 4 quick meal prep tips for weight loss. Now, chances are you know someone who has done some form of meal prepping in the past, or maybe even you've done some form of meal prepping in the past. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you my 4 quick meal prep tips that I've used with my clients for the past 30 years to help them lose weight fast. So the first tip is to plan out the obvious. Now, I know this tip seems super obvious, but many beginners neglect this step either because they're just not aware of it or because they don't think it's really that important. But what I've learned over the years is that the more you take the obvious things into consideration, the more likely you are to be successful. So here are some of the obvious things to consider. So consider if you want to prepare breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, or you want to leave the snacks out of your prep. Or how many days do you want to prepare for? Also, what will be your food shopping days? Or how much money will you devote to your meal prepping? Or what about if you have a family, will you have to prepare something separate for them? Or will you just eat, or will they just eat what you prepared? As the saying goes, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And it's taking all these obvious things into consideration in the beginning that will make your chances of success that much greater. So the second quick meal prep tip for weight loss is keep it simple. Now, you've probably heard of the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Well, this definitely goes a long way when making meal prepping successful. The key here is to avoid the unnecessary things. So choose recipes that don't require too many ingredients, or include foods that don't require the use of utensils, or things that don't need to be heated. And don't think that you've got to prep each and every single meal. Just getting the hang of meal prepping by prepping 1 to 2 meals for a few days goes a long way. Now, the key is to simplify things as much as possible, because I find with diet, what gets simplified gets done. I remember back in the day when I used to give my clients printed out meal plans that required them to weigh and measure all of their foods. They never were able to stick to those plans for a long time. And on the surface, it seems great because, someone's telling you what to eat, when to eat it, everything. And it's great in the beginning, but when we got families, we got lives, we got school, and so many other things that require our attention that it was almost impossible to stick to those types of plans for weeks and weeks and, even longer. So keep it simple to take your weight loss to the next level. So the third tip to quick meal prep for weight loss is rely on frozen foods. Now, you've probably heard that fresh is better when it comes to fruits and vegetables. But there's new science out that states that in some instances, frozen can be just as good, if not better, than fresh. Now, food scientists at the University of California, Davis designed a study to compare the nutritional value of fresh and frozen produce. Now, they measured the nutrients in samples of 8 different kinds of fresh and frozen fruits and vegetables, including carrots, broccoli, spinach, peas, and berries. And here's what they had to say. We're quite surprised to find that there are no significant differences overall. The frozen was as good as fresh, and in some cases, the frozen fruits and vegetables were even better. For instance, most of the frozen fruits and vegetables had higher levels of vitamin E. Now, frozen produce does lose some of its nutrients during processing when it's blanched or steamed, but part of the reason the nutrition holds up so well in frozen fruits and vegetables can be explained by how quickly it's frozen after harvest. Now, typically, the freezing facilities are very close to where the vegetables are grown, so within hours sometimes or even sooner, which helps to lock in most of the nutrients. So don't be afraid of frozen fruits and vegetables anymore if you're worried about nutrition, because, well, science has proven that it's really not that bad, and in some cases, it's even just as good as the fresh. So the fourth tip is buy your groceries online. Now, there's no easier way to make grocery shopping easier than to not have to go to the grocery store at all. But with every good, there's always a few concerns, like what about the freshness and the quality of the food? Or what if my credit card info gets lost or stolen? Now, whenever my clients bring up these valid points, I always make sure to let them know that there are many positives to shopping for groceries online than the negatives. And here are my top 2 positives to buying your groceries online. Now, number 1 is you save on transportation costs. Now, I know for most of you, the grocery store isn't that far away from your home, but still, that's a little less money on gas for your car and a little more money towards groceries. Now, number 2 is you save time. Now, have you ever thought about how long it takes you to get ready to go grocery shopping? Then you got to drive to the grocery store. Then you got to shop for the groceries. Then you got to pack your car with all the groceries. You got to drive back home, unpack the car, carry the groceries into the house, and last but not least, put the groceries away. Well, with online shopping, you can eliminate almost every one of those steps except obviously putting the groceries away, which means more time saved on grocery shopping, which means more time devoted to your meal prep. So there you have it, guys, my 4 quick meal prep tips for weight loss. And I've used these tips for many years with my clients to make meal prepping easier. Now, if you got any tips that you'd like to add, make sure you leave them below in the comments so we can continue the meal prepping conversation. So guys, as always, if you like the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you never ever miss another video that I upload. And don't forget to share this video with someone that you think might benefit from watching it. Well, guys, this is Mr. Fitness, the body transformation specialist, signing off. And as always, where there's a will, there's a way. And I hope you have an amazingly fantastic day. Till next time.